we're back in CALDAS and we're so glad because we love it here.
How lovely! Here's a peacock who's just wandered over from the park and he's like checking out the shops. This is where he lives normally. So he's, I'm not too sure, maybe waiting to be fed.
Something else we like to see is some street art. CALDAS Da RAINHA is very well done, this one.
Okay, here's a lovely ceramic statue just outside the park. Wow, beautiful traditional dress with a basket, and I'm not too sure what she's standing on, but it says it's for the International Day to Eliminate Violence Against Women, 25th of November. Saloya com cesta, a saloya with a basket. That replica of a 1907 model.
Another building we've just noticed across from the park, we didn't see this before, is the Museum of Ciclismo, the Cycle Museum. Maybe it was closed during COVID, I'm not quite sure, but wow, could be worth a look in. Just saying, there's got inside the Cycle Museum is the museum show of cinema, free entrance. Got some cinema exhibits in here.
Unfortunately, there's a sign saying no photography, so we'll go in and then we'll let you know what it's like. But until then, look at the amazing building. Wow, love the stairs. So these are the opening hours. The main thing to remember is it's closed on Mondays. Open the other days with a break for lunch.
We just had a great look round inside. It was fantastic. Couldn't take any photos, unfortunately, but downstairs on the ground floor there's a cinema exhibition, and they've got cameras and projector equipment and posters from old cinema. Very, very interesting. And then upstairs, for some reason they've had to take the bikes upstairs. The bicycles are on the first floor. Really good photos and old bicycles, and showing how it's all changed over the years from the early 1900s up until today, and all the famous cyclists and stuff like that. Well worth a look in, free to enter, open every day apart from Monday. Don't miss the Cycle Museum. There's normally no photographs here, but very fortunately we've been authorised by the gentleman who has donated a lot of stuff to the Cinema Photography Museum for us to go around and take some photos, so come and have a quick look.
It's just wonderful.
We can see there's a lot of equipment here from the old days of cinematography.
Wow, the projectors, the cameras.
Old camera equipment, and then a huge collection of the advertising for the old films that were shown here in Portugal.
Look, Tarzan, Johnny Weissmuller.
Yeah, and stuff like Laurel and Hardy, the comedy that was used without any speech, so it's translated quite easily to Portuguese, obviously. The lovely gentleman that donated all of these has been collecting them since the very early days of cinema photography, so he's very proud of what he's showing, and it really is an interesting.
Yes, he was also saying like there's just not enough space here. He could fill like 8 or 9 times this amount, which is just...
Yeah. This exposition is going to stay on for quite some time here, so if you come to CALDAS, go down by the park and have a look at the Cycle Museum. Check this out. Do you want to show some of the bicycles as well?
Are we allowed to?
Yeah. Estamos autorizados para
Here's the loo on the ground floor, if you need it. Brilliant. So now we're heading upstairs and we're going to look at the amazing cycle exhibition. But yeah, just, this building is incredible. Art Nouveau, over 100 years old. It's wonderful.
We couldn't show you the military part because that's classified, but we can show you the rest of the museum of the bicycles. Here is the how they made the bicycles. There's some wonderful pictures of the people that donated the bicycles in their traditional costumes. And then we come round to a lot of information about the races that were held here in Portugal over the last 100 years or so.
Look at some of these photos, are just so cool. Love them.
This is incredible. France has its Tour de France and Portugal has its Volta a Portugal. And it shows you here that the map of the course all the way around Portugal. And originally in 1925, it was done on horseback. This was on horses. And from 1927 onwards, by bicycle. The same people organised it, organised the bicycle races.
It was exactly the same route and the same number of participants. But yeah, it was on 2 wheels instead of on 4 legs. Oh, how wonderful. And it's still held. It's
still going to this day, yeah. It's very popular. The Portuguese love their cycling, and we can see the different winners and the yellow jersey holders from over the years.
So I think the crazy thing is it's held in August in Portugal, in the interior. So hot. This is just so cool. So you can see different medals. Like, it's such a wonderful collection. Okay, here's like a circus children's kind of one. We come around here and we have more medals and shirts as well. So from some famous...
Many different cycling clubs of CALDAS da Rainha.
Ah, that's what these are. They're brilliant.
And lots of famous cyclists who have won these competitions. Really good.
So apparently in the beginning, the jerseys, the yellow jerseys, were wool, but of course now they're like a synthetic type of material, very lightweight. Oh wow, so this guy was amazing. Apparently he had the pink shirt for the Italian race, Tour d'Italia, for 15 days. So received the, what do they call it, Lee? The Rossa...
I don't know.
What did she say? She called it the... I just love that building at the top and the cyclists there. That's so cool. And there's like medals and different types of shoes and wow, the old newspapers. That's 1902. Blinking heck.
Some original photos from 1901 up there as well, from the original clubs from CALDAS da Rainha, the cycling clubs, and a fantastic tandem. They do have so much more that they can't show because they just don't have the space here. So it's constantly changing and evolving. Well worth a look in. It is a fantastic museum and we totally recommend it.
This is amazing. We've just walked up from the Travessa do Parque and we've come across free public toilets. Oh wow, CALDAS, I am so impressed. Nice and clean. Excellent. It's opposite the Perfumeria Central. What a brilliant find.
Free loo is always a good one. And now we're heading just around the corner to the market because you can't come to CALDAS without going to the market. It is the best part of the city.
And I think it's our favourite market in the whole of Portugal. Well, certainly the best olives, €2.50 a kilo. Let's see if they're the same price 1 year later. So sad, looks like they've gone up slightly. They're now €3. Oh, these are $2.80. Let's see if I can find any of the ones with coriander and garlic.
Okay, so we got out at 12:30, which is a bit late for the market. Things start closing up by 1. And Tuesday isn't the biggest day because they're not always here. Saturday's the big day, but we did manage to get kiwi fruit at $1.80 a kilo. Very good. Plums, Pessoa.
Okay, so sorry, I've got to query. Peaches and nectarines, $1.80 a kilo. Kiwi, €2 a kilo.
And $3.60 a kilo for the wonderful olives soaked in, marinated in garlic. These are amazing.
And coriander.
Yes.
Yum. So now we're going to head up. The cheese shop wasn't there, the cheese stall, but apparently they've actually got a shop up here on the corner.
Yeah. Have a look.
From the, because honestly the price of the cheese was amazing, it's delicious, so Let's see if we can find it. Ooh, so many delicious things inside here. There's all of your cuts of meat and the tiny cheese for 60. And there's some more solid chorizo. Ooh, wow. Oh, chorizo al cabasa. That looks good. But we just ended up buying a couple of these ones. We've got a small goat cheese, one of these for 1.60, and a flor vale pequeña for €1.05. And we also bought another one. I can't even remember which one we got. Oh, I think we got one of these red ones here for 1.25. They look like sheep's cheese, pure sheep's cheese. How cool. So next time, if we come a bit earlier, we'll be able to buy it from the store.
All set for cheese.
How much was that in total?
€3.90 for these three. Looking forward to them.
Unlike the last time we were here, it's a lovely sunny day today. It was raining 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we found out the name's the Jardin Cafe, the Garden Cafe. So it's nice to be outside in the good weather.
And today's drink, the bebida do dia,
Muito
is
obrigado.
wine. So we're ever so pleased. Lisa's getting the Wi-Fi code because, you know, tomorrow we've got our big interview in Lisbon with Red Expressos. They're going to do a photo shoot and interview on us. What do you think to that, Lee?
I'm pretty amazed by it all, actually. They've sent us tickets and they're going to get us down there by bus first thing tomorrow morning. So something to look forward to.
So this is the menu. We're going for menu 2 again. So it's prato, bebida do dia and a cafe for only €6. If you don't want quite as much, you can go for menu 1, which is €5, and that is a smaller version of the plate.
The main course has come, and this is what you get for €6. Very good value. It's the lombo al forno, which is pork in the oven with chips, salad and rice. Nice glass of wine and coffee for dessert. Excellent. Give it a go, shall we? Very succulent. Excellent. Really pleased with this place. Good food, very friendly people, great value for money. And to end the meal, of course, it's a lovely little cafe. Remember, we always ask for cheio because that's full, you know what I mean? If you just ask for a café normal or a tombolino or a bica, it's going to be about that full to about halfway, and it'll be so strong, too strong for us. So I like asking for cheio. And look, such a cute, tiny little spoon. Oh, so gorgeous. Brilliant end to a really tasty meal. So how was your meal, Lee? That was absolutely delicious. I feel nice and sated. Perfect. What are you going to do now? I've got to go and look for a card in this supermarket actually, but then I wouldn't mind going to the park and I'm going to lie down for a bit. So I've had this recurring problem with like that large vein on my neck that the vascular surgeon said in theory could lead to a thrombosis one day if I'm not careful. I could get thoracic outlet syndrome. But the surgeons, of course, they don't really offer anything in the way of practical advice. So I've come to PhysioClem here in CALDAS da Rainha to see a sports physiotherapist to see if she can give me some like practical advice and exercises, etc., to like help clear this like potential blockage or whatever it is, wherever this vein pops up and is going round. And yeah, I'd really like to have it solved. I'd like to be able to carry my backpack and not worry that it's going to kill me one day. Now for one of our favourite segments, wine tasting, just to show you how incredibly good value Portuguese wine really is. We've had an epic day today. We've come back from Lisbon for our first ever photo shoot, and we're going to be on the magazine cover of Red Expressos online magazine. We're going to put the link up above. So we thought we'd celebrate by having a lovely little glass of vino and doing a wine review because we haven't done one for a while. So I bought this JP, it's a cider, and guess what? First time in Portugal. It's a twist top. Oh wow.
No cork. I know, so that's pretty blooming weird. And we'll taste test. Here we go.
Where's it from and how much?
Oh, it's lovely. It's quite fruity. It's a cider from Lidl, and it was, I don't know if it was on special or not, but it was €2.19. It may have actually been on special. It's quite an interesting colour for a rosé. Flavour wise, I mean, look at the legs on it. Oh, lovely. And lovely, definitely drinkable, and I'd go for that again. Yeah, and no cork. Wow.
And being a red wine fan, this is my tipple for the evening, and this is another one from Lidl. It's the Festa Regia. It's the different regions, and this is from the Tejo region. It's got a guy on the front and a lady on the back, so it's for both sexes. And this was €1.59. They've just gone up a little bit. They were on special once for €1.09, so less than £1 for a bottle of wine. 12.5%. Nice. It's got flavour, but it is not too powerful. It's not like a massive smack in the mouth. It's very, very drinkable, very enjoyable, and I would buy it again.
And you've bought many before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
To see a sports physiotherapist to see if she can give me some advice. I've come to Physio Clem here in CALDAS da Rainha to see a sports physio. So I've come to oh my days.